So let me welcome back to the session of order management. And the recording for yesterday has been shared with you, the link in the email. You must have got the email from OAG. So you can, stream the videos on the website from the link which you have received in your email. And so let me share my screen and begin the session. Let me know once my screen is visible and if I'm audible. If you can give any one of you can give me the confirmation.
Yeah, it's audible and
Thank
screen
you,
is
Hemant.
visible.
Thanks for the confirmation. Yeah. So let me start with the quick recap of what we learned yesterday. So we went through the Oracle Fusion fundamentals. We saw how to log in into Fusion. We saw how to configure offerings, how to opt in for various features. Then we also saw the basic navigation like watch list, like the favorites, setup and maintenance, how to configure tasks. Then we also learned how to create an implementation project. So this is what we learned in the basics of Fusion. Then we went through the very important topics of, rows and data access. We learned how to create a business user and how to create an implementation user and the striking differences between them. Then we learned how to assign different roles, how to assign the data access, and how to make a person a procurement agent. Then we learned about, the need if we need to run the scheduled processes and when do we need to run them. So these were the basics which we covered yesterday. And yeah, there were a few questions, and I mean, there were a few requests yesterday to show how to assign the data access in bulk. So I will do that. I will show it to you all in today's session only. I will not leave it for the end. So I will cover a few topics and then I will show you at the end in today's session of how we can assign the data access in bulk using the ADFDI sheet. So this is the ADFDI sheet. I will show you how to download, how to integrate it with Oracle, and how to assign the data access in bulk, right? So I think a couple of folks yesterday had made this request. So I will work on that today. I will show it to you all. So with this said, let me start today's agenda. Yeah. So today's agenda is order management foundation. So we will learn, what is order management, what are the sub-modules under order management, the explanation of the entire O2C cycle. Then we will see the entire demo, and we will also learn the orchestration process. And if time permits, I will also show you approvers. Approvers needs a dedicated session. So let's see if time permits, I can cover that as well to some extent. So before I can take you to the Fusion instance, let me just give you a very quick overview or the basic terminologies of what we come across in order management. So what is order management? In simple terms, whenever you receive an order from the customer, you create a sales order in your application, right? So creating of a sales order and fulfilling that sales order is covered in a module known as order management. As simple as that. So suppose if you have to procure something from a supplier, you make use of a procurement module and you have to fulfill a sales order. Then you make use of a order management module. As simple as that, right? So in order management, these are the common terminologies which you will come across, when you implement it. So let me explain you one by one. So standard order. Standard order is suppose you have the stock in your inventory and you receive an order from the customer, right? So you uh, schedule that, you pack it, pick it, pack it, ship it to the customer from your inventory. You don't have to arrange it from somewhere else. You have it in your warehouse, right? So that is standard order. Back to back order. So suppose you do not have a stock of some item in your inventory, in your warehouse, and you only give a order to the third party, or you only arrange that stock when you receive the order from the customer. So as soon as you receive the order from a customer, you either buy it from the supplier, you either make it in a manufacturing plant, or you transfer it from some other organization to your inventory. You either buy, make, or transfer whenever you receive an order from the customer. You do not keep a on-hand inventory for back-to-back orders. Suppose if there are very high-end items, or there are items for which you're not the original manufacturer, suppose you're selling laptops, right? And you need to pack it with some mouse or some headphones, and you do not keep it in your inventory. So you will order it only when you receive an order from the customer. Then only you will start the arrangement of that. So that is known as back-to-back order. It saves a lot of cost, storage cost and all that. Then there is a drop shipment. So drop shipment means as soon as you receive an order from the customer, you intimate your supplier, and the supplier will directly ship it to the customer. So what was happening in back-to-back order? You were getting the inventory, the item in your warehouse, and then you were shipping to the customer. But in drop shipment, you're not even getting the supply in your inventory. You are informing the supplier, and the supplier is shipping to the customer. So this is drop shipment. So buy means you're buying it from a supplier. You're creating a purchase order to buy it from the supplier. Make is you're manufacturing it in your manufacturing plant. And transfer is you're getting the stock in your warehouse from some other inventory organization or from some other warehouse. So, okay, so these are the common terminologies. Then we come to order to cash cycle. So what is the entire order to cash cycle? Let me show it to you. So this is a order to cash cycle. So what do? You receive a order from a customer, right? So you capture that order in your order management module. You submit it for approval. The order manager sees if everything is correct, and then he approves the order. Then you schedule the order as in as per your stock of the inventory and the ship date, arrival date. It takes everything into consideration, and it schedules the order, and it derives the scheduled ship date and arrival date to the customer. Then you reserve the order quantities, right? So you need to reserve them because you need to make sure no one in your organization uses that quantity which is reserved for the order which you have already received. Then you pick it. So by picking, I mean the item would have stored somewhere in your inventory organization, right? So you bring it to a staging area, a area from where it can be shipped. And then your shipping manager loads it into the truck and ships it to the customer. It can be either truck or air or anything, any mode of transportation. So that is pick and ship. Then the order arrives at the customer, and then you send an invoice to the customer, account receivables invoice. And then you receive the payment and close the books. So this is a standard flow of order to cash. Then there is orchestration. So what does orchestration mean? So orchestration is nothing but the entire steps involved in fulfilling that order. When you are fulfilling an order, there are a set of steps which are involved. Like you need to schedule the order, then you need to reserve it, ship it, and invoice it. So these four consist of a orchestration cycle. So it will be more clear when I show you everything in the system when I'm creating the entire end-to-end order. So on a high level, I'm just walking you through each and every term. So and then these are the statuses. So when you schedule an order, it gets scheduled, reserved, then it awaits for a shipping, then it is shipped, then it is awaiting billing, then it is billed. So these are the 6 statuses in a standard order, and these are the 4 steps of orchestration cycle. Then there is a distributed order orchestration. So this is nothing but the order fusion or order management. You will come across this in many configurations. So this is just related to the order orchestration process, which Oracle Fusion has. Then there is a GOP, Global Order Promising. So this is one more module under order management. This is an advanced fulfillment module. So if you configure this, it will automatically tell you if there is a stock in the warehouse or not. If there is a stock in the warehouse, what would be the scheduled ship date and what would be the arrival date. It will also tell you the suggestions which warehouse you should ship it from to the customer. So everything will be calculated using this GOP. This is a very powerful engine of order management. Then fulfillment, I had already explained to you the steps involved in fulfilling order. And then there are infolets in order management page, which I will walk you through. So this is a high level terminologies of order management, which we will come across in this training quite often, right? So any doubts clear? Anyone?
So what is the difference between orchestration and distributed orchestration?
No, so I'll tell you, there is no difference. DOO is a
Okay,
term in order management which Oracle Fusion uses.
okay, okay.
Yeah. So in when we go across configurations, you will come across this term very often, DOO. So this means orchestration only. In Fusion, this is termed as distributed order orchestration.
Okay. So is orchestration like a replacement of workflow in R12?
Yes, you can say that.
Okay.
And Raj, the approval process, it's new in Fusion, right? I mean,
Yeah. The approval process is entirely new in Fusion. It has the entire new architecture, the BPM, business process management, the entire order parameters, order approval rules. So I will explain you in detail. Approval also needs one complete session. There are many components in approval.
right, right.
Yeah. So I will, that is there in my, list of topics, which I will cover in comprehensively. Okay. Any other questions before I take you to the screen? Okay. So now I will log in as, so you remember we had created two users. What were the two users? Adam Henry and Raj Verma. Adam Henry was our business user. We had assigned him all the rows and data access. And Raj Verma was our implementation user, right? So now let us log in as Adam Henry only. And we will do the entire O2C cycle with Adam Henry. So let me go to the Fusion. This is SM user. Let me log out. And let me log in as Adam Henry.
Are you doing transactions against US business unit or creating a new business unit?
I will do it against US business unit only.
Okay.
So this is your login screen, right? So this is order management module. Under order management module, you have three sub-modules: order management itself, global order promising, and pricing administration. So in pricing administration, let me show it to you quickly. You have these many tasks like price list, cost list, discount list. So this is basically on a high level. Using this module, you determine the price of an item, how an item will be priced in a sales order. You maintain the price of an item. So this, again, we will walk through this in detail. And then there is a global order promising, which I just told you. It is a very powerful engine of order management. It tells you from which warehouse you need to pick up the order, what would be the arrival date, what would be the ship date. It will calculate everything. And then you have these set of tasks through which you configure global order promising. So we will walk through this as well. These two are part of my training. Then we have order management. So this is a module through which we create a sales order. Let me click this. So as soon as you click on the order management module, you see there are these graphs, right? So in Oracle Fusion, you call them infolets. Infolets, okay. So let me tell you about each and every infolet you see on the screen. So first is orders on back order. What does that mean? So for any orders you have received from a customer, it is out of stock. The items are not in your inventory. It is out of stock. So these are known as orders on back order. So if we click on this, in this, it will tell you which order is in back order, what is the number, what is the order date, who is the customer, what is the total amount, who is the ship to customer. You can even click on this and you will come to know the entire detail of that order. What are the order lines? So the second line, as you can see, the status is back ordered. There are three quantities which are back ordered: the price, the amount, quantity, everything you will come to know. So this is how this charts are very helpful. Then orders past due. What does this mean? So this means you were scheduled to ship to the customer on a particular date, but you haven't yet shipped it. It is past due. The due date to ship it or for the customer to receive the order is passed by. So by this, the order manager can track the activities of the entire organization, which orders needs more attention, which is past due and which need to be scheduled or shipped as soon as possible. Then there are two more charts: fulfillment lines in jeopardy and orders in jeopardy. So jeopardy is nothing but this thing. Like if you have received the order and you've created a sales order in order management, and there are some problems or there are some issues which the system foresees, and it tells you this order might not reach to the customer in the scheduled arrival time or ship date. There might be some issues. So that is known as jeopardy. Then orders on hold. So there are various holds which the system places or which you also can place in an order. So until and unless that hold is released, that you cannot work more on that order. So that is known as orders on hold. So we have a concept, we have a topic of hold as well, which I will cover comprehensively. Then there is orders in error and draft orders in error. So there might be some errors in an order, right? Wrong entries or something, like the validation would have failed, or there might be some problems in the transformation. So those orders will come over here. So this is a high level overview of the infolettes that we have.
Raj, what is the difference between ardence error and ardence in jeopardy? Ardence error are the ones which are in draft status, and ardence in jeopardy are the ones which are in fulfill status, or the
Okay, I'll
maybe
tell you. So
centered.
in jeopardy means till now we have no errors, right? But the system, as per our configuration, the system sees that foresees that there might be some issues in the order. There might be a delay in the shipment to the customer. There might be a delay in the arrival to the customer. So that is known as jeopardy. And orders in error means like you have done the wrong entry somewhere. Some wrong entry is there. Then that makes the order in error, like it is partially closed or something, some issue is there in the order. That is known as orders in error. So for jeopardy, there's no error yet. See, so this order was in error. So what does the message say? Use the appropriate order orchestration work area action to recover this task. So the orchestration has not properly happened for this order. The fulfillment has not yet happened properly. So you will learn more about this as we see the fulfillment and orchestration process. You will understand more on this, but I'm just giving you a high level overview of the product that we have.
Okay.
So before I can take you to the configuration, it is very important to see the end product of what we are trying to achieve, right? So because you will be able to connect when we configure the order management module, you will be able to connect of what we are trying to achieve. So before I show you all the setups involved, all the transformation rules, approval rules, picking and shipping setups, it is very important for you to know how does the O2C cycle work in system. So that is why I will show you the demo of the entire O2C cycle. And then when I start configuring it, you will be able to connect to each and every setup. So let me begin the proceedings. So how do you create an order? You can click on this, create order. Click on this. And I hope I have logged in as Adam Henry. Yes, AH. Click on create orders. So pay very close attention from here because I am going to show you the entire cycle and explain each and every component of it. So any doubts till here before I begin?
So before you actually create an order, you need to establish few things, right? I mean, what is a product that needs to be ordered? Who is the customer, and what is the shipping address? What is the billing address, and also from which inventory organization, from which warehouse you need to ship that, right?
Yes.
So
So I
these
will
needs to be established.
yes, correct. So I will enter all of that. So those are pre-created. and I will explain you each and everything.
Raj, this is
Okay.
Santosh.
Mhm.
Sorry.
Yeah, tell me.
No, I just wanted to ask if for those infolets, right, is there
Mhm.
any specific configuration that needs to be done, or does it extract based on the existing data?
Okay. So there's no configuration which we need to do for these. It is automatic, given to us by Oracle only. So there are just two things I will show you. If you go on the top, there's My Infolets button. So just click on that, and you can enable or disable the infolets. So
Okay.
suppose you do not have a concept of Jeopardy in your system, because this is a very advanced configuration, right? So you do not want to have Jeopardy. So you can just untick that, and that infolet will go away.
Okay.
And if you want to bring it back, you can just tick on it. So these are given to us by Oracle only, and it calculates the things on its own.
Okay. Thank you.
And then there's one more option, View By. So if you click on
Raj,
that,
like Raj, can you hear me? Like, can you go back to the previous screen?
Yeah.
Okay, I think this is fine. Like, orders in error, fulfillment task, you see that 24, right?
hmm,
I will close that window, the one which you're on right now. Okay, here. It says 24 fulfillment task. If I want to add a conditional this thing, I want to see only the orders which have been fulfilled in the last 1 week. How do I change the conditions? Is that a query based?
no. So I'll
You
show it
should.
to you. You just click on it. So there you cannot have any condition for it. It will show you all the orders which are in error. Like if you need to have only for 1 year, for only 1 month, then you need to configure the BI publisher report, which is done by the technical team. So it will
Okay,
basically show
that was
you.
my question. So so that's pretty much a query based. It's not a seeded thing. You can always change the query conditionally, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. So you cannot customize any of these. This is given by Oracle, and you have to, work on it as it is.
So we can't
Right.
add any new ones, right?
No, we cannot add any new infolets. If you want, you can build a report through your technical
Okay.
team, and then add that report in this page somewhere
Oh,
over
we can add
here.
it here. Okay.
Yeah, but you cannot add an infolet. These cannot be customized, or new infolets cannot be built for order management.
Okay.
Hello, Raj.
Yeah, hello.
The infolets that I can deselect or select, does it mean, do I have to have a specific role to be able to do that, or everybody will have access to do that?
So if you have a role to have access to order management, you will be able to do it. The rows which I showed you yesterday,
Yes.
if you have those rows, you can do it. You need to
And
have order.
does it apply to other application as well? Let's say I'm in GL, I should be able to see the same thing.
Yeah, for GL, you should have a GL specific role.
Okay. Thank you.
Okay. I was about to show you one more thing, View By button. So if you click on this, it shows source system. So you have many integrations which are built, and there are orders which are coming from the third party system as well. Or you're importing orders through FBDI from third parties, right? So that is why you have these source systems as well. So for our order management, this is the one which we are concerned with: order fusion, order orchestration, and planning. So this is the one which shows us the orders in Fusion in this application, which are created in this application. And all others are coming from other sources. Like there might be some integration with Big Machine 1. There might be a third party known as Big Machine 1. And your technical team would have created some integration, and you're just getting those orders from that third party to Oracle Fusion. So that is known as a source system. Okay.
So all these infolets do reflect the data from all the systems, right? The seeded and the custom sources.
Exactly.
Okay.
So if you want only for order fusion, then you can just select that, and it will change. Just done. Yeah, order fusion orchestration. Click on apply. See, now you can
Okay.
see, right? Orders in
Yeah,
error
yeah.
are 4.
Okay,
Things have changed, right?
thank you.
Now let me give it all only.
Hey Raj, these seeded infolettes are for
Hmm.
the entire order management. Let's say I want to see only the orders for me. I don't want to see the rest of the orders. Can you customize it? But because I would not be interested in someone else's order. I want to see only my orders which are back ordered.
Only, no, you cannot customize it. So in your business unit, now let me show you. This is where the data access comes into play, right? So if you remember yesterday, we had assigned the role of the data access of business unit. And what is the business unit? US1 business unit. So you will be able to see all these infolets corresponding to your US1 business unit.
So
Not,
yeah, that's users. So it's pretty much user specific, right?
yes,
Like, okay, thank you.
yeah. Okay, those were some good questions. Anything else?
So if I assign multiple business units to my user, I
Hmm.
can see all the orders from those business units, right?
Exactly.
Together.
Exactly. Yes.
Okay. Okay, Raj.
Okay, any other questions? Okay, thank you. So now let me begin the proceedings of creating an order. Let me open my training. Yeah. So I will show you this entire process, the standard flow of how we run the O2C cycle. So pay very close attention here. I'm just creating an order. Click on create order. And I will explain you each and every component of it. Then when I go to the setups, you will be able to connect of what I'm trying to achieve. And let me use the predefined data for everything.
Raj, one more question. I'm sorry to interrupt you.
Hmm.
Like, when you're creating a purchase order, the supplier setup and everything is, it falls under the umbrella of procurement, right?
Correct.
Who does the customer setting? Is it the order management or is it the AR group or
Yeah,
who does the customer setting?
I'll tell you about each and everything. So the customer setting
Okay.
is done by the AR team, account receivables
Okay.
team.
Okay.
The billing, the customer setup is done by the account receivables team in your organization, which is a part of finance group. So they will do the entire setup and then you will be able to create an order. So
Okay.
for this demo, I'm going to use a customer known as computer service and rentals. So first, you can see the business unit selected is US1 business unit. I do not have a drop down. Can anyone tell me why I don't have a drop down? Why can't I select more business unit?
Data access.
Data access.
That's the only That's the
Exactly,
only business unit. Yeah.
exactly. I'm glad you guys were able to answer it. Okay. So then I will come to the second thing, customer. So let me type in computer. And do not worry, I will explain you each and every box over here. So this is just a demo of the entire O2C cycle on a high level. So as soon as I select customer, what happens? You can see, right? These were grayed out. This has auto-populated. So these all setups are done in account receivables. So this is a customer. And then there is a bill to customer. Then there is a ship to customer, bill to account and ship to address. So suppose whenever you order in Amazon or Flipkart or any other online website, right? And when you pay, like when you order it and you go to the billing section or your order section, you always have a bill to customer, ship to customer. You must have noticed it. So in a similar fashion, in Oracle Fusion, there's always a differentiation between a bill to customer to whom it should be billed to and to whom the order should be shipped to. So the customer bill to customer many a times is same as the customer bill to account. So this is account on which the money is charged. Then there is a ship to customer, and then there's a ship to address to where you need to ship it. So these things are configured in the account receivables. Then there is a customer contact and contact method. So this customer has given his email and 2 phone numbers. So I will choose email. So all these things you're seeing which are populated are configured in the AR module, right? Then the order date. So let it be the sys date, today's date. And then there's a purchase order. So can anyone tell me what this purchase order signifies? Just take a random guess. Oh, anyone?
Yeah.
It is the
What is okay? Go on,
If the
please.
sales
Go on.
order is built
Ah.
from a purchase order, then you need to use that as a reference from which purchase order
Oh.
you're trying to build this sales order.
So
I think
we are a supplier to other one, right? It is their number that we reference it.
I think
It's
it's for
used to
dropship
back-to-back
orders.
order.
Last Levant here. This purchase order could be for the drop shipment reference.
No. So the second case,
Purchase,
yeah.
purchase order is what the customer has sent to the company that has the order management to place the order.
Yes.
Yes.
So I'll tell you. Yeah, so those were some right cases, some good cases. So purchase order is not your purchase order. You are creating a sales order because you have received an order from a customer. But who is placing the order? Computer service and rentals. So for them, it is a purchase order. So this purchase order number is a reference for the customer. Customer would have created a purchase order, right, to give you the order. So that purchase order reference can be entered over here. So this is the purchase order. This has no relation in Fusion. Like you're not really linking it with your purchase order. This is a customer's purchase order. Okay.
Just for the reference, right? I mean, this would not be a part of the schema of the database, correct?
Not at all. Not at all.
Okay. Thank you.
Yeah. This is just a free text, free flowing text field. So customer would have created a PO and he would give it to you and you can record it or leave it blank.
Is that a flex field or delivered field?
No, not a flex field, a free flowing text field. You can enter
Okay.
anything here. There's no restrictions on this. Okay. Then comes the order type. So what is order type? So this is just a random or like a field in Oracle Fusion, which you can use to categorize your orders. So this is again not a compulsory field, but a very useful one. I'll tell you how it is useful. So suppose you're a big organization and you're dealing with variety of items, right? You sell your IT equipments, you give service, you give other items as well. Like you're very spread across various items, diversified. So this order type can be used to categorize those orders. Like you can configure 3. Suppose this is a free lookup, and you can configure the order types. So suppose if you're delivering laptops to a customer, right? Then you can have the category of IT. Suppose you're delivering repair services, you can have the category repair. Suppose you're delivering groceries, you can have a category of groceries. So this is for your own good to categorize the items which you are delivering to the customer. Then this is also useful when you're configuring your approval rules. You can base your approval rules on the basis of order type. This is also useful when you're assigning the orchestration process to your order. So orchestration process can be a standard orchestration process, back-to-back, custom. So there can be many orchestration processes. So we will see that, but I'm just giving you an overview of how it can be useful. So for now, I have not configured any lookup. So this is blank. I'm not getting anything here. And as I told you, this is not a compulsory field. This is for, depends upon an organization, how they want to use it. Okay. So I think we are done filling the order header. Now, what do we have to do? We have to fill the order line. And here we have to give an item number. So let me choose an item number. This is the item number which I'm going to use.
What is sales agreement?
Okay, yeah. So sales agreement. So suppose
Okay.
you have an agreement between a customer and yourself. Then you can enter that agreement number over here. And then there is sales credits. So this is a part of incentive compensation module. So if you have that module also, incentive compensation, then you can make use of sales credits. Like a salesman is selling something, right? And you want to assign him some credits, some commission, then you can enter it over here. So this is a part of some other module. If you have that module, you can make use of this. Otherwise, you can leave it blank.
Why are you not entering order type?
Yeah, because I do not want to categorize it. And I'm just giving you a high level overview of the entire O2C cycle.
Does the sales agreement equal to something like the CPA or BPA or no?
No. So BPA
Okay.
and CPA are purchase agreements.
Okay.
And so purchase agreements are with the suppliers. And sales agreements are with the customers.
Okay. Thank you.
Yeah.
Raj, just one question. Order type in e-business suite, it's mandatory, right? So here, like, doesn't it need a value or
No. So in EBS, it is known as transaction type, right?
transaction type? Yeah.
Yes. Yeah. So over there, it is mandatory. But
Okay.
here it is, as I told you, right? It is only used to categorize things, to be used in approval rules, orchestration setups, if you want to have it on the basis of this. But it is not at all mandatory. And it is a custom field. So I will show you the setup for this as well. See, as of now, there's no value which is coming in, right? It is blank. Of how you can have some values indirect, I'll show it to you. In the coming setups, I will show you that.
Okay, and with the same setup, we can control like what if we want a specific bill only kind of a life cycle, or we want to exclude inbound type of transaction. On that we can control through the same order type, right?
Yes, we can control.
Okay.
Yeah. So those are the advanced concepts which we will cover in the coming days. So as of now, I'm just showing you the standard cycle of how the real order happens in a standard way, right? So
Okay.
that we get more familiar with all the fields that we have in this page, each and every field. Then I will customize it. I will show you more advanced orchestration process, ship, drop ship, back-to-back order, bill only. So those will come into the picture in the later point of time.
Okay.
Okay.
So Raj, what is the, importance of the sales agreement on the sales order? Like, will anything change if I enter a specific sales agreement?
Yes. So the pricing can change. So suppose you have an agreement with the customer, right? Like you will order 500 quantities of an item. And if you order 500 quantities, we will give you a discount of 10% or something like that. And then there would be a particular delivery date, freight terms. So those things are there in the agreement. So again, this is part of agreement module. There's a sales module as well, which Oracle has. So if you have that, then you can configure agreements.
So are we going to, go through this part in the training in the future?
No.
Like,
So sales agreement and sales credits are part of some other module as well.
okay.
Yeah. So in order management, you basically do not need to enter. You can control the pricing from the pricing setups. You have the entire pricing setups, which I will go through. So you can control the entire pricing and the customer profiling and everything. Like suppose in Amazon, what happens if you are a Prime customer, they give you the goods before, right? They deliver it on priority, and then there are many other benefits. So we will learn all of it through pricing setups.
Okay.
Yeah. So suppose you do not have a pricing license or order management, then you can make use of sales agreement. Otherwise, pricing is enough. Pricing is a very, very comprehensive module, which will come into the picture in the later half of this training.
Okay. So we'll be having qualifiers, modifiers, extra, right?
Yeah, everything.
Okay, Raj, go ahead, please.
Yeah. Sorry to say. So sales agreement is like another order with a different type as agreement, or is it a different entity created differently, or is it created like through create order process with some type as an agreement?
No, this is a different entity, which you can
Oh,
relate over here, and part
okay.
of different module.
Okay.
Okay. Okay, so what I'll do is I've done entering the order header. I will enter the order line now. This is an item. So just observe for some time, and then I will explain you. I will answer all the questions. You are given the item number. Just give tab. Just pay close attention, everyone, for 15 minutes. I will show you the entire cycle, right? And then I will answer all the questions, because I don't want any one of you to miss this part, because all the setups which we are going to do, this is the end product. This is what we are expecting. So this is a very interesting concept, what I'm going to show it to you. Okay. So I have entered the item number. Again, you configure the items in the product information module. This is an item which is already there in the system. You enter the quantity 1. What does it show? In stock. It shows in stock. That means it is there in your warehouse. You will click on add. So as soon as you click on add, 1 second. Yeah, there is this line created. So you can see the item name, the item description. This is a tablet. Quantity, unit of measure is each. On hand, it is in stock. This is a sales price, $299, which is the price is already configured. And you can go to view. So all the columns are not seen here, right? So to see all the columns, you can go to view, columns, show all. So you can see your sales agreement if you have that module configured. Billing frequency, this is a one-time billing. Your price, amount. If there is any contract or anything, sales contracts or anything, you can enter it over here. Line type, again, this is a custom field. If you have incentive compensation module configured, you can see your salesperson details as well. So item description. So these things are configured in product information management, the item name and item description. And then if you have integration with projects module, you can see the project details as well. But as of now, you do not need all of it. We have, everything we need. We have entered the item details, the item which the customer has ordered, and the customer has ordered a tablet, right? Then you go to the second line, which is shipment details. So again, this is populating from the top, shipment contact, ship to contact method. So this will be email. Now request type, ship on or arrive on. So what is the requested date which the customer has ordered? So the customer is expecting, suppose if I give it 14th. So the customer is expecting us to ship this tablet by 14th or on 14th. If I give you arrive on, then the customer is expecting us to this product to be arrived by 14th. So this is what it means. The customer is expecting us to ship this product on or by 14th. Then there is a shipment method. So let me give a drop down and give it DHL air next day. So what does this mean? So shipment method, there is a configuration known as managed carriers. So shipment method is a blend of 3 things. DHL is a carrier, is a company. Air is a method of transport. How you're going to transport it, through air or through truck or through train. Then next day air, this is a service level. So this is basically a shipment method. So I will show you the configuration for this as well. And then there is a ship lines together. So suppose your order has 10 lines, right? So do you want to ship it together, or you want to ship it as per the stock? Like suppose if you have the quantity for 2 lines and you do not have the quantity for 3 lines. So do you want to wait till all the lines have the sufficient quantity to be shipped, or you want to ship it ad hoc? Like as soon as you have the quantity for 1 line, you want to ship it. So this is for that, ship lines together. So now, yeah. Then this is, now let me click on estimate order availability. What does it show? It shows on time. So this is again a GOP configuration, wherein it will show you if there is a stock and if that stock can be shipped by the requested date or not. So it shows on time. Now, if I change the requested date to today, 11th. Now let me calculate again what it will show. Let's see. Delay of 1 day. So you have some configurations in the background, GOP configuration, through which it is depicting when it can be shipped and when it can be arrived at the customer location. So let me make it 14th again. So this is a power of GOP, global order promising. So many customers, configure GOP. So you need to purchase a separate license for GOP. So some customers estimate on their own. They do not want GOP, global order promising. Some feel that there should be this advanced module in order management through which everything can be automated. So it depends upon the customer. So we have filled everything in the general tab. Go to the shipping tab. Now, what is latest acceptable date? The last date at which the customer is ready to accept the order. Like beyond which the customer will decline the order. They will tell no need to, we will not accept the order, it is very late. So let me give it, suppose 21st. So after 21st, they will not accept the order. They will send the delivery person and tell them that you are very late, I will not accept it today. Earliest acceptable date. So even though the customer has requested it on 14th, what is the earliest acceptable date they can accept the order? Like suppose if I give it 12th. So even if the order arrives on 12th, they will accept it. But if it arrives today on 11th, they will not accept it. So this is that date. Then there is FOB. So can anyone tell me what is FOB? Just take a guess.
Right on board.
Freight on.
Yes.
Free on board.
Yeah, freight on board. So what does this actually mean, freight on board?
How
So
is the shipping policy with the customer?
correct. So
It
this
means it's the customer's problem once it's placed on the carrier method.
Exactly.
Insurance, damage, whatever.
Exactly. So this means at which point the responsibility of the goods will transfer from the shipper to the buyer. Will it be at the destination, at the origin only, shipping point? At which point the responsibility will transfer? So let's say at destination. So suppose I deliver the order. Now it is the customer's responsibility. Whatever happens, they are responsible. Then freight terms. Like we can add freight terms or we can leave it blank. Allow partial shipment of lines. Okay, let it be yes. If there are multiple lines, you can have partial shipment as well. Like suppose you have 100 quantities. You have a stock of 80. So you do not want to hold on till more 20 quantities are received, right? You just want to ship it. So you can allow it. Shipment priority. So high, low, medium. So many organizations also organize their orders by shipment priority, right? If it is a high-end customer or high value order, then they can make it high, they can make it low, medium. This also has no significance, just for the categorization purpose. Let me give it medium. Then shipping instructions. Now, I am an order entry specialist. I am entering the order. Yeah.
Raj, I have a question on allow partial shipments, right? Let's say you have 5 lines, 100, 200, 300, 400, 500. Okay. So on line number 1, I want 20 to be shipped this week and the other 80 to be shipped next week. Can you have multiple schedules on a single line?
Yes, you can have it.
Okay.
But for that, you need to allow the partial shipment of lines. Otherwise, you will not be able to have it. This is very important.
Okay.
Yeah. Then shipping instructions. So Artem Henry is a order management, like order entry specialist. He is only entering the sales order. Now there is a shipping manager who will ship it. So what are we selling? We are selling a this thing, tablet. So tablet is a very fragile item, right? Like you need to handle it with care. What if it breaks? It has glass and all that. So I will write a shipping instruction and I will show you how it will be propagated to the shipping manager in the later point of time, now only. So shipping instructions, let me write handle with care fragile item inside. Okay. Okay, let me fragile, yeah. Packing instruction, no, let it be. Let it be blank. I'm not shipping is handled with care, fragile item. So this is again a free flowing text box. And then supply, third tab. So since I have it in my warehouse, I want to ship it from a warehouse of 002. I know which warehouse I want to ship it from, Atlanta. So I will tell you how I deciphered that. So yeah, 1 second. So I know, see, I am a warehouse manager. I know, like I have communicated to the order entry specialist that this item has quantities in Atlanta. And on the basis of that information, I want to fulfill this order from this warehouse. And how did the warehouse manager know? So how did he know? I'll show it to you. You have to go to a place known as supply chain execution, inventory management. Don't worry, we will cover this in deep, but let me show you the quick overview. Go to the task pane. And go to this manage item quantities under inventory. And you search the item name here. So what is my item name? This one. Click on tab and click on search. Yeah, so this item has come. Click on this arrow. See, two organizations are coming, 002 and 003. So it tells me there is a 389 quantity of this item available in 002 and 409 available in 003. And it also tells me the sub inventory under which it is available, stores. So this information I have, right? The warehouse manager has given me this information. So on the basis of that, I'm entering the warehouse over here in the order page. Now, if you have global order promising configured, and if you have configured the sourcing rules and all of that, then you can leave it blank. Then by that advanced fulfillment configuration, the system will automatically fill this. They will tell you which is the best warehouse to get this item from. But since I know, I want to fulfill it from Atlanta, so I'm entering it here. Then the supplier site and supply becomes blank because we are not ordering it. We have it in our warehouse. I want to fulfill the demand from this warehouse only. Then there is a demand class. So this is again advanced concept. So you need to configure the demand class, and then according to that you can schedule your order. So we will come to this at a later point of time. We do not have any relation as of now. Then allow item substitution. So suppose if you have configured substituted items in your product information management, then if you allow it, then if you do not have the quantity for this item, then it will suggest you few substituted items. So again, this is advanced concept in item management, product information management. And if you have that configured, then you can make use of that. So our customer do not want any substituted item. They want only the exact item which they have ordered, right? So we will leave it as it is. Then we will go to the third tab, billing and payment details. So bill to address, bill to contact is populating from the top. Bill to contact method will be this only, which is there in the top. I will populate the same. Then payment terms. So payment terms are very much like familiar. What would be the payment terms? Net 15 days, 30 days, so let it be 30 days. So after delivering the order, you are expected to get the payment after 30 days, net 30. So this is billing and payment details. And you can see the order line is the same. It is appearing for every tab. Then there is this tab, sales credit tab. So again, we are not making use of any salesperson incentive compensation because this is a part of some other module. So we will leave it as blank. So just let me see if I've entered everything I should have. Yes. Okay. In second tab, let me click on organize warehouse. I've entered shipping. I have entered handle with care priority. What is the general? Okay. So now I will submit it. First, I will go to actions, and under actions, you can see these many options, right? So view pricing strategy and segment. Just click on this. So for every pricing, there is a segment and there is a strategy which we need to associate. So this is a default segment and strategy I'm associating. So this again comes in the pricing configurations, which I will show you later, which is a part of our training. But I have given this pricing for this item. I had already configured this $2.99 for this item. Then there is edit currency details. If you want to move it from USD to some other currency, you can attach it. You can have some holds under it. You can edit additional information. So additional information are the extensible descriptive, the flex fields, extensible flex fields. So that also I will show it to you. If you want some other fields, like many customers are not fine with the fields Oracle is giving, right? They want some other fields for their organizations. Like suppose some internal number or some other fields would be there. So that can also be configured. So there is a concept for that as well. So now I will go to actions and I will validate this order. So let me show you. Do you want to perform this action? Yes. So this will tell us if there are any errors in this order or not. Order validation completed without errors. So now you can see on the top what is appearing. The customer name is appearing, the order number is appearing, and the status of this order is appearing, which is in draft status. So since now everything is correct, what will I do? I will submit this order.
So before submitting, what did you do? You clicked on save, is it?
I clicked on validate. So validate, what does that do? That validates if you have any errors in the order or not. So you can correct those errors if there are any, human made errors. So now this order is submitted. Let me just note down the number of this order. Let me note it down somewhere over here. Okay. I will click on OK. Now it is processing. Now comes the very interesting part. Now it will go through all these 4 orchestration steps. Schedule, reserve, ship, invoice. I'll show it to you now. So now you have to go to actions and you have to go to switch to fulfillment view. So this was not coming before submission, right? Now it is coming. So just click on switch to fulfillment view. And then on the right hand side, you will have this orchestration process number. So every order line will have one fulfillment line and the orchestration process number. So what is orchestration? As I explained you, these 4 are orchestration: schedule, reserve, ship, invoice. Any order goes through these 4 stages for sure. So in advanced fulfillment, you can customize it, you can do anything, but this is a standard flow. right? So we have gone to the fulfillment view. We have scrolled it to the right and click on this orchestration number. Just click it. So now you can see schedule, reserve, ship, and invoice, as I showed you in the Excel. Schedule, reserve, ship, invoice. So now it will be scheduled and reserved automatically. We do not have to do anything. We have to start our activity from ship and invoice. So it is not started. Let me give refresh. So in some time it will be scheduled. And what happens if it is scheduled and reserved? I will show you that as well. What does schedule mean? What does reserve mean? I will show you. Just give it a minute and click on refresh. Wait for a minute. It takes a minute or two to get scheduled and reserved automatically. So in this step, we do not have to do anything. Give it some time. So once it is scheduled and reserved, I will show you a few tabs, what information we are getting, and all the fulfillment line details. I will show it to you. Yeah, now you can see tick mark, green tick mark. What does it say? Scheduled. So the first status has been achieved, scheduled. Now it will get reserved. Keep clicking refresh. Reservation has started. It is reserving it from the warehouse so that no one else makes use of it. You're reserving it exclusively for this customer. It is reserved. You can see one more green tick mark. The second status has been achieved, reserved. Now what will happen? It will go to awaiting shipping. Keep clicking refresh. See? Awaiting shipping. So what has happened? This order in this orchestration cycle has got scheduled, has got reserved, and now it is awaiting shipping. So before I go to awaiting shipping, let me show you a few things. Go to the fulfillment line. Yeah, so you have selected this. Okay, let me show you again. Click on done. Click on done again. Yeah, so this was the order. What did you go do? You went to actions. You went to switch to fulfillment view. So in this fulfillment line, you can see, if you come down, you can see all the various details over here, right? So see, requested ship date was 14th, right? So our GOP has calculated the scheduled arrival date and scheduled ship date. This has got automatically calculated. So this is what scheduling means. Depending upon the stock in your warehouse, and the transit time, it will calculate the scheduled ship date and scheduled arrival date. It will get scheduled. Basically, the entire process will get scheduled. It will get started. So before you were not seeing these two, right? Arrival date and scheduled ship date. Now you're able to see it. So the customer has asked us to ship it by 14th, 12:30 p.m. and we are adhering to it. We are having the scheduled ship date as 14th only, 11:59 p.m. and arrival date would be 15th. Then, if you remember, we had given the shipment method as this one, the combination of the carrier DHL, the mode of transport air, and the service level next day air. So now you can see the bifurcation of it, the carrier, mode of transport, and service level. So again, this is a managed carrier configuration, which I will touch base on. So this is there in the list. So everything I'm showing you will be shown. The configuration will be shown. Yeah, managed carriers. This is there. So this is why it is important for us to see the entire O2C cycle. Then we can relate to the configurations which we will do. Okay, now I will go to the second tab, General tab. So in General tab, what and all you can see. See, there is a huge list of information. So just have a glimpse over it. You can see the item, customer name, order number, order line 1, orchestration process number, source order is same as the order number, document type is sales order, selling price, it is shippable, this item is shippable. So everything you can see, the updated by Adam Henry, last updated date. So on a nutshell, you can see everything, whatever we have entered, you can see those details, right? Then shipping, FOB destination, shipping priority medium, shipping method DHL, air, next day air, shipping instruction, ship to contact, whatever we have given, you can see those. Billing, all the details are there, item details, the item description, unit of measure, item organization, everything you can see here, right? So there are no holds or there are no taxes as of now. So then there are analytics as well. So if you click on this tab, expand that. Okay. So now there are these analytics, right? You can see the available quantity is how much? 386. Shelf quantity is 395. Then allocated quantity is how much is allocated? 9. So it might be this quantity would have got allocated by some other sales order, by some other reservation. So you can see those details. You have these many options, order frequency by time, count of holds for this item. So you can see the analytics as well if you want. All right. So now let me go back to the orchestration process number. Click on that hyperlink and this orchestration plan. And now you can see this is scheduled, this is reserved. Now this is awaiting shipping. Now here we have to take some action. We have to take some action from here. So what action are we going to take? So here comes the role of warehouse manager, shipping manager, inventory manager. So what are their roles? So their roles are to pick it, to ship it. Now what does pick mean? Can anyone tell me what does pick mean?
The picker will go and pick the items from warehouse for that order.
Correct. Anyone else? Okay. So now
It's mainly pick, pack, and ship. You pick it from a particular bin or aisle, pack it, and then ship.
Correct. Okay.
I think I think you also told us that it was to take it to a staging area ready for it to be, ready for ship.
Exactly. That's the answer. So all the answers were correct, but this is a very precise answer. So thank you for that. So let me explain you the concept of picking. So you have a warehouse, right? And this item is stored somewhere in the warehouse, in some sub-inventory. So sub-inventory is basically a classification of inventory. You have a big warehouse, you have 10, 15 sub-inventories or some areas where you have kept this item. Now, to load it into a truck, you cannot, move your truck inside that warehouse, right? In the exact location where this item is kept. So you need to move this item from that area to a staging area. So staging area is a final area from where this item can be picked up for loading, for shipping to the customer. So now picking means to move the item from that storage area to the staging area. Then shipping means load that item from that staging area into the truck or into the aeroplane to ship it to the customer. So this is what pick and ship means, right? Now in Oracle, so this is a general process what organizations follow. So in Oracle, to pick and ship, we have to do 3 things. So we have to create a pick wave and pick release. So creating a pick wave means telling the warehouse manager, giving him the information that from where you need to pick that item and where you need to keep it. So he needs to move that item from a particular area and keep it in a staging area. So that is known as pick release. Then pick confirm. Pick confirm means Suppose to confirm it that the warehouse manager has moved it to a staging area. So as soon as he's done moving that item to a staging area, he will pick confirm it. Then ship confirm. So pick release and pick confirm will be done by whom? It will be done by the warehouse manager for that particular inventory organization for which he has access to. Then ship confirm. What does ship confirm means? So that item has been loaded from the staging area to your truck. It has left your warehouse and it is en route to the customer. So that means ship confirm. So that will be done by your shipping manager. So this is a concept of creating a pick wave, pick release, pick confirm, and ship confirm. And this is what we are going to do now. Any doubts? Okay. So again, there are various ways to pick and ship, right? We have a dedicated setup session for that as well. But before we can get into the setups, it is very important for us to know the methodology. What does this mean? How does it happen? So now our order is awaiting shipping. So we have to do all of it. We have to create a pick wave, pick release, pick confirm, ship confirm. I will show you this now. So after we do all this, what will happen? From awaiting shipping, it will go to shipped. And then it will go to awaiting billing. That means it will await the invoice. So before I can get there, let me begin the activity. So I'll just give a 1 minute pause for any questions. Till then, I'll have some water as well. Let me know if you guys have any questions or any queries till here.
Pick wave is like a mandatory thing in Fusion.
Yes.
Okay. And pick wave, pick release will print pick slip.
Yes. Okay, so as soon as you create a pick wave and pick release, it will print this pick slip report, which I will show you. So looking at that pick slip report, the warehouse manager can move your inventory from your storage area to your staging area. And then he can pick confirm. Any other questions?
Raj, that validate step, is it optional or mandatory?
It is optional.
Optional.
Yeah. So when you submit the order, it will validate automatically. But it is a good practice, to always make sure there are no errors, everything is right.
Okay, thank you. And that fulfillment line which you showed, right? Does it correspond to EBS, the delivery? Is that what it is? Or
No, I mean, it is completely different, I mean, even if I want, I cannot relate.
okay.
Yeah. I mean, there might be only 1% of similarity. This is an entirely new interface. Everything is new. So that is I'm not able to relate to the
Okay.
EBS.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah. Okay. So let me know if you guys have any questions. I'm taking a minute pause because again, this is a very dedicated concept and I'm going to show it to you in a minute. Okay. Okay. So now let me duplicate this tab. Let me click on duplicate and let me okay. So now I'm beginning my process of picking and shipping. So before I begin, can any one of you tell me what does this mean? Pick release, pick confirm, and ship confirm. What does the pick and ship process mean? Anyone?
So
No
it
one
is
like
basically picking the item from the warehouse, moving it to staging area, confirming that you moved to staging area, then shipping the product and confirming that you ship the product.
exactly. Very good one, Ravi. Fantastic. So this sums up everything. So different ERPs have different process, right? SAP would have different process. They might have it create pick number or something. Then Microsoft also would have some other practice. But the process remains the same, pick and ship. In Fusion, we have this process. In some other ERP, there would be some other name, right? Instead of pick wave, they'll make it pick matter, pick rule, something. But the underlying process remains the same. Okay, so now let me start with the process. Let
So
me,
there's no Raj, so just a confirmation. So there's no longer trip planning.
oh, can you repeat? There's no longer?
Trip planning.
No, so ship trip planning is part of OTM, order trade management. So that is again a logistics module. So we do not plan the trip in order management.
With the normal shipping module, you cannot create a trip.
No, we cannot. We can plan other things. We can plan the shipment details, the freight method, the transit times we can give, how much time it will take from our warehouse to get delivered to this place. Those things we can do, which I will show you. But we cannot create a dedicated trip and all that. That needs a logistics module. That is why you've heard of OTM, GTM.
Right. Okay.
Okay, then with that said, let me show you the create pick wave, pick release. So for that, now we will go to the inventory management module. Go to ship supply chain execution. And over here, go to inventory management. Please look at this very carefully. Then I will, again pause to take all your questions. Then from here, go to the task pane on the right. So you can see show tasks. There is a drop down. Click on that drop down and go to picks. Picks. Click on that and click on create pick wave, which is our first step. So now there are release rules. So you can configure that release rules as well, which I will show you. So there is a manual pick confirm, auto pick confirm, and auto ship. So it depends whether you want to manually pick confirm it, you want to pick confirm it as soon as you pick release, and you also want to auto ship it. So for this demo, I will choose manual pick confirm. So it depends on you whether you want to configure these release rules or not. So this will be as part of our setup. So shift from organization 002. What is the order type? Sales order. And order number. What is our order number? This one. So I will copy this and I will paste it over here. Give a tab. See, customer has populated automatically. Then you don't need to give all these because this will default from the order management page. Leave it blank. You just need to give ship from organization, order type, sales order, order number. That's it. Then if you click on show more, you just need to see there are many things, but you don't have to give anything over here because everything will get defaulted from your order line, right? You don't have to give ship to location, requested date, packing unit, leave it blank for now. Just give the sub inventory from where you want to pick it. So you as a warehouse manager will know, right? Where is your item stored, in which sub inventory. So for me, I think it is stored in stores. I think I have showed you, right? In manage item quantities, it was there in stores. And then after giving these three things, you just click on release now. So this is pick release. I have created a pick wave and I'm releasing it. Click on release now. Okay, click on OK. So now let me go to my schedule process. and it has triggered a schedule process. Okay, let me release it now. So 0 items were picked. Let me see why. Let me give the sales order number. One second. Yeah.
Possibility to get control here.
And let me click on, let me not select any rule. Click on release now. Okay, for some reason, someone has changed the configurations under it. Just give me a minute. Let me just see the configurations. So this is a demo instance, right? And the configurations keeps on changing. Yes, yes. See, so now you can see the pick wave was released. Number of pick slips 1, number of picks 1. Okay. So one shipment was released. So as soon as you give a pick release, you go to schedule processes and you give a refresh. And you can see this print pick slip report is appearing. So keep giving refresh, it is succeeded. Now this print pick slip report will have the details of the warehouse from where your warehouse manager needs to pick the item. So just select this, go down, click on republish. Then go to the setting icon and click on export and export to PDF. If you want to see the report in PDF format. And just click on that report. So this report will tell you, this is the order number, let me confirm. Yes, 98441, 98441. This is a pick wave number which got generated. So everything is there, the shipment number, sales order number, pick wave number, everything is there, the item description. So this is your pick slip report, you call it. So on the basis of this, now you need to pick confirm it. You need to move it to a staging area. So you will go back to this browser again, inventory management, go to the task pane and click on confirm pick slips, which shows our second task. So how will you search it? You just query with the order number again. Delete this, click on search. I have given the order number. This is my order number. Here it is. So it takes some time for it to load. So what have I done till now? I have created a pick wave and have pick released it. So it generated a pick slip report. Now I have moved it to a staging sub inventory area and now I will pick confirm it. I will select this. And it has all the details, sales order, shipping method, customer, everything it has. Just click on this pick slip, hyperlink. Then, what is the source of inventory? Stores. Click on ready to confirm. And then, on the top, go to this drop down and click on confirm and go to ship confirm. So this confirm means pick confirm. So now you have moved it from the store sub inventory to the staging sub inventory, right? let me go to view all information and let me make sure. Yes, okay.
Is the order line status or fulfillment line status getting updated as well?
No, so it will get updated when we ship confirm it, not as of
Not in between, like
Not
picked,
in no. So we have requested one, we have picked one, everything is there. Okay, we have clicked over here. We will click on this, confirm and go to ship confirm. Just click on this. Yes. So now we have pick confirmed it. Now we are going to ship confirm it. So the requested quantity was one. The line status is staged, as you can see. So what does staged mean? This has moved from the storage sub inventory to the staging area. So I have shipped also one quantity. And if you want to give any tracking number and all that, you can give it over here. Sub inventory staging. So now we are shipping it from the staging sub inventory and we are loading it into the truck. So as soon as you are done loading it into the truck, right? Everything is done. You will ship confirm it. This one, ship confirm. Just click on that. The shipment 87196 was confirmed. Click on OK. So now we have ship confirmed it. So as soon as you ship confirm it, you go back to your schedule process screen. This schedule process, you go it from tools and you click on refresh. Some processes will run. You can see manage shipment interface, ship confirm documents, attaching ship document to shipping document to shipment. So all these processes runs in the background on its own. And you will get two reports. So what happened when we pick released it? We got a pick slip report. Now when we ship confirmed it, we will get two reports. I will show it to you, give it some time. So you can see multiple processes are running. Yes, one report is print bill of lading report and other is print packing slip report. So these two reports gets generated automatically without you doing anything. Okay. So suppose you want to see the print bill of lading report. You just select on this, come down, click on republish, go to this settings, export PDF again.
Correct. Thank you.
Yeah.
Correct.
So this bill of lading report will have the bill of lading number, shipment number, shipping method, consignee name, customer name, their full address, everything. It will have all the details, and then this report can be customized by your technical team, right? So this is a seated report which gets published automatically. You can go on mute. Someone is speaking. Yeah. Hello, am I audible?
Yes, you are audible.
Yeah, okay. So this bill of lading report gets generated on its own, right? You come out of this window, you have ship confirmed it. Now you go back to your orchestration process. So what did have happened? You have done all this. You have created a pick wave, you pick released it, pick confirmed it, ship confirmed it. So you're done with the pick and ship. So now it was in awaiting shipping. Now what would be the status? Shipped, then awaiting billing. So go back to our here orchestration process. Click on refresh. See, now it is shipped. Green tick mark is there. Now it is awaiting billing. So if you go to the fulfillment line, select this, go to actions and go to few fulfillment details. You can see the bill of lading number is appearing here. The delivery or the shipment number is appearing here. Status is shipped. Transaction date. So all the information is getting interfaced automatically. That is why these processes were running in the background to generate two reports and to interface the shipping shipping task with the order management orchestration process, right? So you can see all these information over here in your order management fulfillment page only. Now, what do we have to do? We are done with scheduling, reserving, pick, pack, ship. Now we have to invoice it. So I'm doing everything with this user Adam Henry, which we created yesterday. And we gave him all the roles. And that is why he's able to do all this activity, right? So now I will create a invoice, account receivables invoice. So for that, let's go to schedule process, this screen. So you create an invoice only when your status is this one, awaiting billing. Then only you create an invoice. So any questions till now before I go on and create an invoice?
How do you go to that manage schedule process?
Okay, I'll show you again. Let me close all these. So this is your home screen, right? So on the left hand side, you see these three, right? Click on that. Go to tools. And under tools, you have the scheduled processes. Click on that.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah. This is a refresh icon. Any process running, you can refresh it and see the latest status of that. And if you want to schedule any new process, you can click on over here. Okay, any other questions?
Raj, just to relate to the EBS, right? So in EBS, when we book the order, it used to schedule and reserve. So the thing is automated here in Fusion, right?
Yes, it is
And
automated.
yeah, thank you. And create pick wave is nothing but picking, and then the ship confirmation is basically the same thing that you do in Fusion.
Exactly.
Okay,
The
thank you.
process is same, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Not only in EBS, in SAP, Microsoft Azure, Google Compute Cloud, every GCP, everything is same.
Correct. Yeah.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah.
So on that note, so EBS, when you say release sales order is equivalent to PickWave, so it creates a move order, right, at the back end. So is there a similar entity in here?
Yeah, it has created a movement request, PickWave movement request.
Oh, movement request. Okay.
Yes.
So, okay.
Yeah, let me just show you that again if I have it. It has created a movement request in the background. Let me see if I can show you that again. Or maybe I'll show you later on. Just let me query that.
Okay.
So this is my shipment number. Yeah, here you can see this movement request.
Okay.
This has got created. So this movement request is known as PickWave movement request. So you don't have to do anything to create this. You just have to follow the normal process of picking shipping, right? This will get done. This will be created automatically in the background.
Okay.
And why is it getting created? Can anyone answer me? Because, yeah, sorry, you were telling something.
Not at all.
Yeah, so movement request is nothing but a sub-inventory transfer. So even in this, we are doing a sub-inventory transfer, right? We are moving an item from stores area to a staging area, right? So since when we are doing that transfer, the movement request gets created automatically in the background. So movement request means a documented form of sub-inventory transfer. Sub-inventory transfer means when you're moving your item from one location to another location in your warehouse. As simple as that. You know. So that was a good question.
But
Anything else?
Raj, if I already have on hand at my shop floor,
Hmm.
then I don't need to move it again, right? Then there is no need for a move order.
No, there is a need. This item was also there, no, in your warehouse, but
No,
your truck cannot come to till that place. All organization move it from your one
okay,
location to the staging area. Then only you can
okay,
ship it.
got it. Thank you.
Yeah. Okay. So where is my order? Let me look. Scheduled, reserved, shipped, awaiting billing. Awaiting billing means we need to invoice it. So now you have done the shipping. Now we need to get some money, right, from the customer. We need to get the payment. For that, we need to send them the invoice. So now let me go to the scheduled process and run this process. Schedule new process. Name is import auto invoice. Import auto invoice, give a tab. Now this process will create a AR invoice. Click on OK. Yeah. So what is my business unit? US1 business unit. What is the transaction source? Click on the drop down. My transaction source is distributed order orchestration. See, distributed order orchestration. The same thing I explained you. This one, DOO, distributed order orchestration. So we will come across this terminology many times in our implementation. So this is nothing but orchestration only. So this is our source. We have created our order where? In Order Fusion only. Default date, let it be. And now we will, if we don't enter anything.
Generally, yeah, and sorry to interrupt on this point. So I think to the previous question, generally we tag the orchestration to the order type, right? So if we were to select a different order type at the header level, which is having different orchestration name, then in the auto invoice process, you would have picked a different orchestration here, is it?
No. So order type again is a very it is not like EBS. We are not tying anything to this order type. It is just a field for categorization, right? But if you want, you can create few order types and then you can define your approval rules and orchestration on the basis of this order type, custom orchestration.
But how do you know that this order is tagged to the DOO?
Yeah, how do we know? I'll show you. So go to switch to fulfillment view and come on the right. So orchestration process number, on the next to it, you can see orchestration process name. So DOO, order fulfillment general, generic process. So this is a standard orchestration process. We don't have to do any customization or any setups for it to appear. And this is a standard orchestration process. And on the basis of this orchestration process only, we have this schedule, reserve, ship, invoice. Now, in the advanced fulfillment techniques, if you want to customize it, if you want to add more things, then, then we have to make some further configurations. But as of now, nothing is needed.
And if you cover this later, that is okay, Raj. But what I assume and correlating it to R12 is, I assume like there will be different orchestration based on different like dropship being different and so on and so forth, right?
Yeah, obviously.
So you will show that which orchestration gets triggered in each of those scenarios, right? And I assume they will be different, right? And there is some setup behind that.
Yes. So I will see, as you can see on my screen also, the back-to-back flow will have a different orchestration. The dropship will have a different orchestration. The return process will have a different orchestration. So those things will come into my training. So as of now, I'm showing you the standard flow. And standard flow follows the standard orchestration process, which you are seeing on my screen, for which we don't have to do any customization. Okay. So now let me go to my orchestration process number.
Raj, I have a question on that. Can you go back to the orchestration cycle of the spreadsheet?
Okay.
Okay, you have standard orchestration, schedule, reserve, ship, and invoice, right?
Yes.
So far, you've been showing us the manual creation of sales order. What if it's an automated thing? Does it still have to go through the same cycle?
Automated means from where? From the third party integration?
Meaning, like, exactly, like I get a field from a third party, and I have to create a sales order and ship it.
Yeah, so it will go, no, so in that case, yeah, it will go through the same cycle.
Okay.
I mean, it depends upon the organization. Now, if the organization does not want to have it scheduled, right? Just in case, they just want to reserve it, ship it, invoice it. Then you need to build a custom orchestration process and assign it to your sales order on the basis of some criteria.
Okay.
So it can be customized. You can do a
Okay.
lot of customizations with this.
Okay.
Raj, just to extend on that, so you can have the touchless through scheduling those create, prickwave, and the ship confirmation, right? If you schedule them at a regular frequency, you won't be needing to do this manually, right?
Yeah, you will not be needing. You can also create a release rules. So what did I show you? I showed you manual pick confirm, manual auto confirm.
Okay.
So we will come to this topic, but just to give you a high level overview, I showed you a 3-step process so that all the participants know how this works, right?
Sure.
Yeah, but there's also a 1-step process. You don't have to manually pick confirm it, manually ship confirm it. You can just do it via 1 step. Then there is also a concept of quick shipment. So those concepts will come into the picture. There are various varieties of picking and shipping. So that I will cover it in deep. There is a session of picking and shipping as well.
Okay, thank you.
The last one, the 1-step process is similar to the quick sales order, or is there another process for quick sales order?
Can you repeat it? Is it similar to
quick sales order in ERP EBS 12?
No.
Quick sales order.
No, this is completely different. So,
but in the 1-step process, is it same process similar to the quick sales order?
Oh yeah, quick sales order. Yeah, that might be similar. This is this is auto pick confirm and ship confirm.
Yeah, this is almost similar to the quick sales order process.
Yeah.
Another thing is in EBS 12, the order type is related or it is connected to the receivables transaction type where we enter the accounting entries.
Exactly.
So therefore, it goes to the receivables with those accounting entries. But here we have not entered the order type. Is there any other process to kickstart those entries?
No. So as I told you, this is completely different from EBS. So in EBS we have a transaction type, right? Yeah. And here order type does not behave like transaction type. This is a custom field. It has no correlation. This order type has no correlation with the receivables.
I understand, but how does this order will have accounting entries? It comes from the business unit, or how does this entries generates?
Yeah, so I will show you. Yeah, I will show you. So till now I have not created an invoice, right? I will show you how the accounting entries are generated, how the invoice is generated. I will just show you that. So till now, as you can see, we have not done the billing. We have just done the shipping. So how the invoice entries are coming, I will show you now.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. So to create an AR invoice, I will schedule a process known as import auto invoice. And then on the basis of which accounting entries or AR invoice is generated on the basis of business unit. First criteria is business unit. We are giving the US1 business unit. Then the second criteria is transaction source. So distributed order orchestration is the second one. Now the third criteria is if we do not want to run it for all the sales order under US1 business unit, we will give it the sales order number as well. From sales order number to sales order number. So both will be same. If we don't give the sales order number, it will run for all the orders which are awaiting billing. So we are making it more specific to our sales order number so that it runs quickly and we can see the invoice and the correlation between a AR invoice and the order management. So we have given everything. That's it. In Fusion, it is simple. We don't have to give much details. These three are the correlation. Now I will click on submit.
What is the transaction number? Yeah, what is that?
So transaction number is, I'm not sure of it.
Okay.
I'm not sure of the transaction number. We never use it.
Okay, can you go up a little bit? Can you hit that drop down transaction type? I want to see what kind of options we have. Transaction type, yep. Okay.
Okay, so I'm submitting this. Process was submitted. Now it is running. Import auto invoices running. So give it some time. Once it is completed, right, I will show you the invoice entries in AR, and I will also show you the correlation of that invoice in order management, and the status would be updated. It will be billed and closed. So I will show you all of that.
Raj, the process is running, right? If I want to cancel it, how do I do that?
Yeah, so just select on this and cancel process.
Okay, okay.
So give it a minute or two. Yes, it is succeeded. Now the concurrent processes are running. Now give it a minute or two. Succeeded. Now let me see if everything is succeeded. Yes. So now let's go to the my order orchestra. Click on refresh. Yes. See, it is now build. Green tick mark is there. So now we reached to the end of the orchestration cycle. We have gone through all the steps. Now it is build. So this completes our orchestration cycle. Now, if I click on done, let me show you some entries as well. Now, how do we correlate? It was invoiced, but where is our invoice? What are the details of the invoice, right? We would want to know that. So how do we know that? This fulfillment line is there. Go to actions, go to view fulfillment details, go to billing. You can see this invoice number is getting generated. So this is the invoice which is created. So now, how can I see this invoice in my AR? Let me show you that. Let me make a note of it. Where shall I make a note of it? Okay, I have just copied it. Let it be. This is my invoice. Now let me see my invoice in AR module. So for that, we have to go to this receivables. So who can see it? Which role? Anyone can tell me? Among these roles.
Account receivables manager.
Exactly. Account receivable manager. Now you can correlate, right? All the roles I had given yesterday and how I'm utilizing it. Order management roles for entering orders. Account receivable manager role for creating an invoice. Shipping manager to ship confirm. Warehouse manager to pick release, pick confirm. So you can relate all the roles. And all the roles I had given to whom? Adam Henry only. And now I'm creating end-to-end transaction with this user only. so that you don't have a doubt that the rules I've given is working or not. Okay. So I've gone to the receivables work area. Now I have to go to billing. Click on billing. And under billing, go to this task pane and click on manage transactions. Now enter your transaction number. What is my transaction number? This one, invoice number. Just enter it. Click on equals. Click on enter. Yes, see, this is appearing. Transaction sources, distribution order orchestration. This is complete. Bill to customer, amount, business unit. Now click on it. This is a hyperlink. Click on that to see more details.
Okay.
See, everything is coming. Item name, ship to site, transaction number, date. Everything is coming here, right? Status is complete. Now,
So Raj, this will be an unaccounted invoice, right? It's still
yeah.
okay.
So now the accounting entry is the payment, following up with the customers. So that is a responsibility of a AR
Yeah.
person.
Okay.
Yeah. So
Right.
now our supply chain duties are completed, right? So now the finance will take over. Finance people will follow up with the customer. They will send an invoice. They will follow up. Once they receive the payment, they will complete it, right? All that. So AR, cash management, general ledger will come into the picture. So you enter the invoice in AR, account receivables module. You get the payment from cash management module, and you reconcile it in the GL, general ledger module. So all these three modules are part of finance.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah. So 3 more modules will come into the picture, not only AR, cash management and GL, general ledger, where you will enter the trial balance and all those things, right? See, everything is coming. Yes. So this is how
So-
we correlate the invoice. Yeah, sorry, you were telling something.
Yes, Raj, is it already, does it have tax lines and all that?
Does he have?
Tax lines in
Yeah,
the
tax
account
lines.
receivables.
Yeah, he has taxes of 27. So
Oh,
this is again
okay.
a tax configuration done in the finance system.
Yeah.
So you,
Okay.
according to your country, you might have some tax regulations, right? So that configuration is taken in the tax module under finance. Every item, every warehouse, will have some tax. So that also you can see. See, taxes are shown.
Okay.
Yeah. So yeah, this was the end-to-end flow of the O2C cycle. The entire orchestration cycle for which I had explained you in the beginning, right? Now we have seen it practically. The entire demo of O2C cycle. This one. Explanation of orchestration process, demo with a standard order O2C cycle, explanation of the entire O2C cycle, and explanation of order management and its submodules. So this has been covered. Now, this was very important for us to see the end product. Then only we will be able to better appreciate the setups we are going to do. Now, when I configure the pricing, when I configure the lookups, when I configure the picking and slipping, you will be able to relate how it is affecting the O2C cycle, right? So this was the intention to show you the entire product of order management.
Thank you.
Thank you.
So so my expectation from you guys would be, like you have a week's time. I think today is Sunday, it's 5 days of time. So do the same thing, practice is very important. So now if you don't practice, then it will be very hard for you to comprehend. So just like I did, right? I created one business user, one implementation user, assigned him all the roles, gave him all the access, then logged in as that user, created an end-to-end cycle of order management. You also try to replicate the same. Don't think about the advanced orchestration process and all that now. Just do till here. These three subjects you work on. you practice in the Fusion instance.
Raj,
these-
I know you mentioned that you will share the spreadsheet later, but will it be possible for you to share it in the interim so it will help us to?
Yeah, exactly. I had the same request
Hmm.
because going through video is a time-consuming task.
Okay.
If we have this Excel, we can copy paste, or we know where we stand and what is the next step. And
Yeah.
so
Oh,
you
okay.
can reshare it when you update this with some details at the end of the session. Because as we are going through and practicing it, this Excel would be helpful.
Okay. So what I will do is, so this Excel is not complete. I have made only, so whatever tabs I have explained you till there, I will share it. I will make a copy of this Excel
Sure.
Okay.
until whatever we have gone through. I will keep those and delete other tabs and share it with you. Is that okay?
Yes, sir. Thank
Yeah.
you.
Okay. And
I know
along
it's
with
a
that,
work in, I know
Yeah.
it's a work in progress, but as you go, whatever, as you said, like, whatever you covered so far, share
Hmm.
with us. That I really agree with Ravi and the other person who raised this question. Like, it really helps us when we have it in front of the screen. Like, we don't want to go through the entire video, waste our time. So,
Mhm. Yeah, definitely. Okay. I will share it.
Well, Raj,
Hmm.
this class, is this class a demo class or it is the original class? Because I know we started yesterday. Is this one still a demo class? Or is the
No,
original
class
class?
only. Original class only. So in the next
Oh,
classes, we'll move ahead with it.
Okay then.
Yeah.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah. So in the next classes, we will go ahead with the other topics. This is the original class.
Okay, okay. I was just thinking that if it's a demo class, then I don't think it should be shared. But if it's the original class, and then that can be fulfilled.
Yeah. So I think that Tanmay can clarify, because in the next classes, I will
Yes,
continue
Tanmay
with
will.
from there. Yeah.
Hmm.
Tanmay, if you're here.
Yeah, I'm here. So this is not a demo class. So this has been opened as a sample. So, just as an idea, some people can join. But that is not a demo class as such. This is the actual training right from the scratch, the way we planned it. And it's
Okay.
just that we opened the first two sessions so that, even some of the members who have not gone ahead with the subscription yet, they can get an idea of how the training will look like. So to answer
Okay.
your question, this is not just a demo, this is the actual live training that we are intending to deliver. And considering all the sessions, the two sessions that we have concluded till now, these will be considered while starting the third and the fourth session. So this data and all that Raj has explained till now, that will be kind of a prerequisite for the third and fourth session.
Okay. Thank you.
Yeah.
Okay. So let me quickly show you what I'm going to cover in the subsequent sessions. So today I was also about to cover the mass updation of data access. So this, I think the time has already passed by. So this I will cover in the next session. I'll begin the next session with this. How you can mass update the data access by using the ADFDI sheet. How will you download it from Fusion? How will you do it for multiple people? So till then you can practice the manual process, because it's very important to get the taste of it. And then I will also cover the approvals. So these two I will be covering in the next teaming data session. And then we will go through some of the prerequisite setups from other modules. So even the items we used, there are few attributes which we need to mark. Then there is inventory setup. So we will go through some prerequisite setups, some order management setups in the upcoming sessions. So till then, my request, my ask from all of you would be to practice these three.
Okay.
So I hope the session was good. Any feedbacks from anyone?
Yeah, I'm grateful still. Thank you. See you
Very-
next week. Because I
very-
need to drop off quickly, please. Thank you.
Yeah, thanks a lot.
Very useful, Raj.
Yeah, very useful. Very useful. I'm very grateful.
And very patiently answering all of our questions.
Yes, yes.
Thank you,
Raj.
Raj. Thank you very
Thank you,
No
Raj.
problem. No problem.
Yeah, thank you, Raj.
Thank you.
thank you all.
Yeah, thank you. Thanks a lot. We'll see you in the next sessions.